What's up there, people? I'm Chef Michael Reyes and you're watching The Hungry Winos. Today's episode is about Brussels sprouts. Whoa, don't leave yet. Brussels sprouts have been getting kind of a bad rap. Now, it's not 1952 and I'm not June Cleaver. It's not a situation where we're gonna take these Brussels sprouts, slap them in boiling water, cook them to death, and serve them up with some Spam and give it to little Timmy. Because you know he's not gonna eat them anyways. He's gonna feed them to Buster underneath the table. These are not those Brussels sprouts. You're gonna wanna eat these. So let's go to the Brussels sprouts. There's a couple ways we could do it. Traditionally, you would have a Brussels sprout just like this. And if we were French, we would go ahead and do a little cross. Why, I have no idea. It's just what I was taught at Le Cordon Bleu. So you'd go ahead and do this, and you can blanch them off whole, shock them, and then cut them. That's cool. That's very traditional. That's nice. But I don't want to do that. I want to cut them in half. I want to clean them. They're cut in half. I'm going to go ahead and shock these bad boys and then put them in a saute pan. Now, as far as flavors today, we're going to do a little bit of Italian. So I have some Italian cured bacon or pork, known as pancetta. It has like a little pepper on it. And I have a little bit of shallot because I like to bring a little flavor to the whole dish. And I need some herbs to lighten it up, to freshen it up. Now, in general, I like to add herbs to my dishes to bring some life to it. So I have some parsley here. Very fresh, very clean. I like clean flavors for this dish. I have some finishing salt, and that's pretty much it. Very simple, very good, very clean. So let's get going. So you first want to start off with a hot pan. I want to introduce a little bit of oil. You can do butter or clarified, whatever you like. I'm doing olive oil. And I want to add some of the pancetta. Now all we're doing is just adding a little bit of flavor. What we want to do is get this browned, nicely caramelized. This will take, 3 to 5 minutes. You'll see it start to change color. Now, I'm not big on recipes. I'm into the technique. So let's say by chance, as we're sauteing these, it looks a little dry and we're not getting a lot of caramelization. Don't panic. Just add a little bit more oil. As you introduce the oil, the pan is not so dry. We have more liquid in the pan and more oil to coat the pancetta. So let it cook. Also, what annoys the crap out of me is when people start to shake and flip and do all that kind of stuff. We're trying to get caramelization. The pan is hot in the bottom. If you leave it undisturbed for a little while, the bottom will get caramelized. As the bottom gets caramelized, then we can go ahead and stir it around and switch sides. So don't go crazy flipping pans. So we'll go ahead and let this get caramelized. Now we have the pancetta nicely caramelized. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my shallots. And get these incorporated in. As you can see, they're cooking right away with a hot pan. Now I wanna start doing my Brussels sprouts. So I go ahead and take this off. Get a pot of hot water going for the Brussels sprouts because we're gonna quickly blanch them off. Yada, 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 yada. Now we have some boiling water. Just like I said in previous episodes, when you're dealing with vegetables above ground, hot water, and since they're green with the chlorophyll, we gotta add some salt. So we'll go ahead and add some salt to this. And we have some boiling water. Now, like I said before, the Brussels sprouts are cut in half. All we're looking for is to par cook them. Just like previous episodes, we can go ahead and blanch these off, shock them, and we can reserve them until we're ready to go for our dinner. But in our case, we're just gonna go ahead and cook these now. And it might take, 2 or 3 minutes. You can always do a little taste test. You can pull one of these things out, touch it, fork tender, that type of situation. Notice how it stays bright, bright green, or it turned bright, bright green. This is the color that we're looking for. Now, since we cut these in half, you might have little pieces coming off or starting to splinter off. Don't worry about it. When you saute them in the pan, that's gonna build some nice flavors. You could build some fond with that. It'll be little crispies inside your Brussels sprouts. This is what you're looking for. Not those blanched, overcooked bad boys that you got a long time ago. We're looking for building flavors here. So let this go for about 2 or 3 minutes. So as you can see, we still have nice color. I'm gonna go ahead and check these Brussels sprouts now. I have a knife. It goes through quite nicely. Let's check another one. Yep, we're good. I have a little bit of a, faux kitchen here. So I have a strainer. I'm gonna go ahead and strain these bad boys out. Get rid of our nice little copper pan. Go ahead and strain these bad boys out. Introduce our pancetta again and slap them in. So all we're looking to do is to incorporate the flavors that we already created. So I have like the pancetta and I have the shallots, that nice oil. I just want to move these bad boys around. So the whole point of showing these Brussels sprouts to you is what you can do for like Thanksgiving. So this could be done in a whole sheet tray if you wanted to. You can blanch off a whole grip of these Brussels sprouts, do all your pancetta, have it separate, and you can actually even do it in the oven. Once you have all this incorporated, put it inside of your whatever rectangle pan you use, slap in the oven for high heat, and just marry the flavors. Same thing, totally done for like 20 people. But in my situation, there's only 3 of us in the kitchen right now. So I'm just looking to build these flavors. I want to add some pepper. I like the pepper because it gives it a nice bite. We already have salt because of this pancetta. So let me just taste one of these pieces that fell off. It's pretty nice. Now if you notice, I have 2 kinds of salt. I have the basic kosher salt that I use for the blanching and mass work. I also have some finishing salt. And I like to do this at the end. Gives it a nice crunch. Not too salty, but it has a nice texture and flavor. And adds a lot to finishing the dish. So I think we're good to go. We plate these bad boys up. I am very hungry. Now when you look at these, I want you to notice the different flavors that are happening. It's not the, boiled, ugly gray. These have nice little color. And to finish it off, I want a little bit of parsley. Give us a little bit of herbs. Nice clean flavor. And I want to introduce some nice finishing salt. God, I'm hungry. And that's about it. And there you have some nice 2013 Brussels sprouts. Let me check one of these bad boys out. That's a big piece. What the hell. Really good. Nice crunch. Still has texture. Nice salt. Herbs are good. Delicious.